What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Alright, we're coming back to Versailles. Yes, indeed. Versailles Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bibbity bop, do me a favor. Before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Krauser, and Krauser wanted to see me react to this song by Versailles called The Revenant Choir. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Warner Music Japan, all right? And the video has 69,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right. Here we go. Versailles, the Revenant Choir. Chateau de Versailles, Holy Grail, live at, I have no idea, 2/12/2012, so February 12th or December 2nd. I'm not sure. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Aristocrats, beautifully attired, in a world filled with the smell of roses. There live two clans.
Let's take it out!
I'm practicing angelic here. It's night when the moonlight so rubber. The time has come for you. What is out to shout and blaze? Stay away. Do you want to with me? Psycho it. We'll never get you to look around us. The time has come for me. I want to search no down. Out of grief is on the way to show me too. I'm a God. Now we lost the world. If you wish I would
DJ, nice.
Stay of my heart. The time has come for me. Oh, what is that you know? How to creep is so hard on the like you show me do.
Ah. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. I just did a reaction to a song that was over 18 minutes. And folks, I ain't gonna lie. Those 18 minutes dragged. It dragged. It felt way longer than 18 minutes. And one of the main reasons for it was the song just didn't go anywhere. The song, it didn't evolve. It didn't grow. It didn't develop. It was very, very linear. Now, if it had been a 6-minute song or an 8, maybe 8-minute long song, I could have stomached it a lot easier. But an 18-minute long song, no changes in tempo, no changes in time signature, no changes in key signature, no modulations. The only difference was there was a brief period in 2 parts of the song where they went from a 6/8 feel, just a straight 6/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There were 2 places where they went into a double time, and they had the snare on all 6. Da 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 da. They had that happen twice within the entire 18 minutes, and it didn't last for very long. It only lasted for like 30 seconds or so before I went right back to the original feel again. That was the extent of depth of an 18-minute long song. I was bored. I was absolutely bored. Now, we have a song like this. Now, first of all, I understand that the song is almost 10 minutes long. It's like 9 minutes and 58 seconds or 9 minutes and 57 seconds. It's almost, we'll just call it 10, okay? We're at the 3-minute mark. We've already had a change in time signature. We've already had I can't really call it a modulation. That was a key signature change. And then we went back to our original key signature. So we've already had that. This song in 3 minutes, has had more depth, more development, more evolution, more thought, more intelligence put into this first 3 minutes than the whole 18 minutes of the last song I reacted to. Gee, I wonder which one I enjoyed more. On top of that, we have some great musicianship. Guitar players harmonizing cleanly with each other. I don't know who engineered this. I don't know who. I'm not talking about video editing. I'm talking about the sound engineer. I don't know who engineered this, but man, kudos to you. Everything is being showcased. Everything is coming through in the mix. It's well balanced. It's even. It's clean. The bass. This is what I'm basing this all on, really. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can hear the drums. You can hear the vocals. You can hear the guitar as clear as day. Bass usually will get buried in the mix. Not here. The bass is coming through clear as day. The attacks are cutting through. You can hear every single attack clear as day without being overly dominant over anyone else. Whoever did the audio engineering for this, chef's kiss. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous mix. Love everything about it. And on top of that, the live performance, spoiler alert, they've already checked off every single box. Every single box. Stage presence, stage energy, stage interaction, crowd interaction, showmanship, and production. They've checked all 6 boxes off already, and we're only 3 minutes in. We got another 7 minutes to go. What a stark contrast to what we experienced in the last reaction. Huge difference. Night and day. Absolutely night and day. Let's keep going here. It down.
On bass, Masashi. With a sash, with a sash, holy ray, with a sash, with a sash. Gotta say, super guitarist. Here's a kid. Super shiny guitarist. Power.
Harmonize. Yep. Again. Nice block right there. Love syncopation. Nice.
Versailles on drums, Yuki. On bass, Masashi. On guitar, Peru. On guitar, Hizaki.そして天国にいるエターナルメンバージャスミン、そして僕が thank you. We are dinosaurs.
Hey! This has got to be the last song. And cue the exit music. Yeah, I can see that. All right. Yeah, 9:58. It was almost 10 minutes. Didn't feel like it. Did not feel like it at all. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Versailles with a live performance of the Revenant Choir. This was a request from Krauser. What a stark contrast to the last reaction I did. Boy, what a difference. Okay. I think it's pretty obvious. I think I made it pretty obvious during the course of the reaction that I was enjoying myself. And I absolutely did. I had a great time listening to this. This was definitely a fun listen and a fun watch to boot. So I don't think it's going to come as any surprise when I give the score, but I am going to shock a few people, maybe not right at the beginning, but toward the end, when we get to my explanation as to how I came up with the score, I may shock a few people. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But there is going to need some explanation. So let's get comfortable, folks. We may be here a little while. Let's start with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that overall presentation an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.5. What does that mean? Well, an 8.5 would translate to a great skill rating because overall, I think this was a great presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and an A- letter grade. Yeah, it's right at the top of the A minuses. But yeah, it's getting an A- letter grade. So there you go, an 8.5, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, I made the comparison to the last reaction I did, which was an 18-minute long song that really didn't develop in any way, shape, or form. It was pretty shallow. It was very linear. It didn't develop. It didn't evolve. It didn't grow. This was the exact opposite of that. This song had some nice depth. It had some nice changes happen. We had a key signature change happen twice, where it actually changed key. It didn't just modulate, it changed key. And then it went back, you know, to the original key, but then later on we went back to it again. I think that's the chorus, if I'm not mistaken. We had some instrumental breaks. We had some play with dynamics. We had a bridge. We had a time signature change happen where we went into 6/4 as opposed to being in 4/4. Within the 4/4 time signature, we had some feel changes where we changed from double time to straight time. It felt nice. It felt good. It would change things up. It would freshen things up at a good pace so that we weren't going along at this one feel for too long. It would constantly be throwing curveballs at us in some way, shape, or form, keeping the listener and the viewer engaged, keeping us interested, freshening things up, changing things up to make us go, oh, where are we going now? Oh, we're going here. Oh, okay. But not so frequently that we got lost or we got confused. No, they changed things up just right. And that's what I'm looking for, man. That's exactly what I'm looking for. That is some great songwriting. On top of it, everything made sense from a chordal progression. Everything made sense from a melodic line. Everything made sense from the harmonic lines. Everything made sense as far as structure of the song goes. Everything about the song made sense. Everything felt good. Everything sounded good. I have absolutely no issues with anything that happened within the songwriting, the composition, and the arrangement of this song. Everything lined up beautifully. As far as musicianship goes, everybody sounded good. Again, a big shout out to whoever the audio engineer was on this video. Man, what a great audio mix of a live performance, which is not easy to get. Everybody was coming through in the mix clear as day, including the bassist. You could hear every attack of every string. Now I know he's picking. I understand that you're going to get a little more of a percussive attack, but that's only part of the equation. The other part is the EQing that happens and the levels that happen within the mix, within the boards. And whoever was doing the audio engineering on this, outstanding work, because we heard everything. We heard every cymbal hit. We heard every attack from the bass. We heard every pick on every string on the guitars. Vocals coming through in the mix, piercing through, no problem. Being the lead voice, but everything else, nothing got buried. Nothing got pushed to the back. Everything was even across the board. And yet, at the same time, didn't sound digital. It didn't sound stale. It didn't sound linear. Everybody had their peaks and everybody had their dips. It just sounded very organic and yet well mixed. I loved the audio mix on this, and which made it very easy for me to say all of the instrumentation across the board did a great job. Drumming, great drumming on his part. Guitar playing, probably the highlight, if I'm being honest, when it came to instrumentation. Both of them having their chances to solo individually and together, harmonizing, very nicely done, very cleanly done. Bass coming through in the mix, holding down the low end, and even getting a couple of solo spots, which sounded really good. Yeah, I have no issue with anything he played. Vocals, leading the charge, I like that. Came through very nicely, good range, good delivery. Yeah, I got no issue with anything that happened musically on this, none whatsoever. And on top of that, we had a great live show. I already said all 6 boxes checked. No issues there whatsoever. Not just checked, but rechecked throughout the entire performance. The interactions with each other, the showmanship happening on the stage, the interactions with the crowd, constantly re-engaging the crowd, constant movement and motion happening on the stage. Their production looked good. Their stage presence looked good. I have absolutely no issues with anything that they did on stage, except one issue. I was ready to give this an 8.7. I was ready to give this an 8.7 until the 5.5 minute mark when the ending kicked in. Now, listen, I am all in favor of big rock and roll endings, especially when it is your last song. Not the encores, but when it's the actual last song. That's it. This is it. After the song is over, we hit the closing track, take our final bows, leave the stage, house lights up. You know, when it is the last song. I am all in favor of big rock and roll endings. I absolutely am. I am not in favor of big rock and roll endings that take over 3 minutes long, though. That it was a little excessive. It got a little repetitious as well. I like the fact that everybody got introduced. All the members of the band had a chance to, have the spotlight on them. That was nice. But it kept going, and it kept going, and it kept going. And you could tell that the guitar players were running out of things to do, because there was one point where they were both doing the harmonized arpeggiations, and then they came out of it and do the sustained chords again. And about a minute into it later, they came back and started doing those same arpeggiated harmonizations again. And it's like, okay, we've done that. We're running out of things to do. Let's wrap it up. And they kept going. Listen, I love big rock and roll endings. I do. I really do. But even I have my limits. And they went past them a little bit. So we did come down in score from like an 8.7 to an 8.5. And there's a difference. If we had been in the 8.7s, we would have been in the low A's. Instead, we ended up at the very highest possible A-. So they did suffer and score a little bit. Listen, I gotta keep it fair across the board, guys. I would do the exact same thing to any other band. So the rock and roll ending was nice. I liked it, but it did go a little long. So 8.5 is where we ended up. Still a great score. So I don't think too many people will have too many problems with it. So 8.5, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.5, which is a great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A- letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then, by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.